Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, this is your t-shirted historian with another unboxing video. Today, I'm going to be unboxing Ambition and Avarice 2. I haven't picked up an OSR title in a long time, and this one looked really promising. It's from a Twitter user that I see quite often, and when I found out that they were publishing something and then it was print on demand, I said, hey, I gotta support a fellow Twitter user friend / creator. So I picked up a copy of the book. It took a while to get here, but it finally did. And we're gonna take a look at it. Keep in mind, it's an unboxing, not a an actual product review. I have not actually read the book. I haven't really looked at the PDF or anything. And I'm just giving my thoughts as to the material inside and giving you a chance to look at it and evaluate it for yourself to see what you think. You know, your budget is your business. And obviously, I don't want to mess with you on that. And I don't want to go and start giving a bunch of opinions on what I think of it because, you know, I haven't read it yet. But here we go. Let's take a look. As you can see, we got the box here. I did pre-cut everything open, but I have not actually pulled the contents out until right now. And right away, I like what I see. This is the back. It has the character creation at a glance right there on the back. That is... I love this. Rather than waste any time by putting a bunch of stuff on the back telling you about what's in it, what it's about, or anything, you know, they want you to jump right into this and start building a character. And I might do that. I might need to start doing some character creation videos because my friend Victor is not doing those here lately, and you know, somebody got to take up the cause, right? But as you can see, that's a pretty hefty sized book there. It's about a finger joint. Looks real good. Let's dive in. Now this is print on demand from Drivethrurpg. So you can pick it up from there. Color! I like that. Hey, come on camera, work with me. I like the way this is laid out. It's very simple, it's very straightforward, it's very clear. There's some color coding to help you find things. Very thoughtful. Right here, looks like there's some cracking already, kind of, on the spine. That is not the fault of the writer. Of course, that is the print binder. But, we're not so much worried about that as we are what we're actually getting in this. I like the artwork choice. I like the way it looks. We've got objectives. Player skills. Good. I like this. We start jumping right into mechanics. I really like the way this is formatted because it gives you kind of exactly what you need right away. Checklist of things to follow. Some green type here to highlight things. Good job. Very clean. What I like is it's clean, but it still has time to put in some artwork on the various pages and still make it easy to read and understand. The typeface, as you can see, is pretty good size. Overall, this I feel like I got quite a nice deal out of this, especially for what I paid for it. We have some of the races: Dark Elf, Dwarf, Gnome, Hobgoblin, Human, Elf, Goblin, Halfling, Lizard Folk, Orc. And they break them down between civilized and barbarian races. Man, it's a good picture. I like that. If I find out it's stock art later, I'm going to be a little upset at myself, but still, even if it is stock art, he chose good stock art. That looks, okay, yeah, I've seen this picture before. I think somebody did a case of, you know, can I copy your work? Yeah, just don't make it obvious. Interesting. The hobgoblins look kind of pig-faced. Lizard folk. Hey, look, it's orcs. Looks like an actual orc there, hey? Classes. All right. Push this up a little bit so you can see. So all the classes have what type they are, whether they're mundane or magical, what their expertise is, what they specialize in, who follows them, what kind of things they identify, and what their weapon proficiencies are. And that's all right there on a one table at a glance. I like that. A lot of this book seems to be written in order to help people get in and start playing very, very quickly, and I really do appreciate that. Okay, prepared spells per day seems kind of familiar. I believe this is a OSR/D20 type system, so that's going to seem real familiar. That I like it. Savage. Shamans, veterans. Savage. And zealots. Zealots are the empowered members of an established religion to a deity that has temples and followers, aka clerics. But I like it. They're zealots, which I should have been all along. Money and equipment. Now, one thing to notice is every section. Oh, now there's no color coding along the spine to tell you which section they are. But every section on the tables and charts has a color, from what I can see, and that helps you kind of figure out what section you're in more quickly. So I definitely like that. A lot of things about this book I really appreciate already. I like how the ranges for the weapons are in strength units. So basically, excuse me, the stronger you are, the further you can throw your weapon, rather than a pre-established range like 10 feet, 20 feet, whatever. I mean, that only makes sense to me because I'm pretty sure if Half Thor decides to throw a a baseball, he's probably going to throw it a bit further than somebody's 90-year-old grandmother. Half Thor, if you don't know, is the guy who played the Mountain, and I don't know if he's still considered the world's strongest man, but he was at one time. I think the dude's almost 7 feet tall, too, but... that and he has to, like, wake up in the middle of the night to eat. Because he has to maintain so much calories to maintain his physical mass. Alright. Hey, it's got Halberks in here. Halberks are authentic. Transportation. Backpacks. I love this. I like all this. Adventuring gear. This is sweet. Razorweed. Not going to spend a lot of time looking through all these because I'm going to have... I'll end up getting stuck on all this and reading it. Sure, I'll have plenty of time to read it later, but as you can see, this spice chart is really, really heavily influenced by real-world spices and things. You know, we have oregano, pumpkin seeds, monk's hood, mastix, marjoram, nutmegs, that kind of things. Trophies. Oh, okay. Dude, I love this. I love this so much. I'm going to tell you why. Because rather than, you know, having the kind of the silly trope of the monster has money on them, you know, like obviously something like a giant stag beetle isn't going to, you know, carry gold on them, right? Which is kind of a trope from certain MMOs and things, right? Where, you know, like you kill a wolf and the wolf has like 5 gold on it or whatever. But rather, the trophies that you pull off of the monsters are worth something. I love this. I love this so much. This has automatically added something I can instantly use to my games right here. This is beautiful. This is already worth it right here for me. And yeah, they tell you what these trophies consist of. Show you some illustrations of some of it. Here we are with the rules, and the rules section is all in red. Overland movement. So here he establishes right away hexes are 12 miles in diameter, or 14 miles. Each face is 14 miles long. So each hex covers 510 square miles. Those are some big hexes, man. Imagine how much stuff is in a 510 square mile area. I mean, seriously. Go right now to Google Maps if you want to check out how big of an area 510 square miles is, or 12 miles across. See what is all within a 12-mile area. Especially in some place like England, where, you know, you have like lots of little villages and towns and stuff like that all kind of lumped together. And you get kind of an idea of how far things were in a fantasy medieval type setting, because it's, you know, it's like I tell people all the time, villages and stuff like that don't necessarily take days and days and days to travel to. That wouldn't have been practical in a, you know, quasi-medieval setting, or even a real medieval setting, because, you know, think about it, camping out on the roads or in the forest and stuff at night could be extremely dangerous, even in a, you know, in a real world where we don't have monsters and shit running around, you know, just, I mean, wild animals, bandits. Yeah. So if you can imagine a fantasy world that's like, you know, full of, you know, kobolds and purple worms and all these other crazy things. Yeah, yeah, you're not gonna want to camp out of doors unless you have to. So typically, hamlets, villages, towns, cities, and all that were usually fairly close together, probably within a day's walk, or easily within a couple of days, ride or whatever. People didn't want to spend too much time outdoors. It was dangerous. But I like that. I like that so much. We have leveling up, advancement, and I like how it's in really big print like this, so you can find it really quick. Health, so got all your healing. Here's what your skill tests represent. God, I love the way this is laid out. I really want to run this now. I want to run this just to see how it holds up. And in fact, I think I'm going to hunt the author down up on Twitter because I know who it is. So I'm going to ask them about it and maybe see if they want to come talk to me about it one of these days. I bet they will. I like that. Here we go with combat things. You have fighting, withdrawals, initiatives, threatenings. Oh, we got domain play already. That the magic section is all in purple. I approve. I would have done that too. So we have portfolios and planes, some magic item construction rules, augmentation rules, casting spell descriptions. Wow, that's a lot of spells. Oh my god, that's so many spells. That's a ton of spells. A lot of them look familiar, but it looks like there's plenty of new ones in here too. You know what I didn't see? I didn't see what the highest spell level was. Because as we know in the most popular, or I should say well-known TTRPGs, they go all the way up to 9th, but it looks like here they stop at 7th. I wonder if the wish spell and all that is in here. We'll find out. We'll get there. Wow. Necrostasis. Just like the name of that. I wonder if this has a tentacle spell in it. I love tentacle spells. No, not because I have ideas. It's just that the tentacle spells are really good. Doesn't look like it. Tree form. There's the wish spell, and wish is at 7th level. You need vanilla to cast wish. Powerful spell in existence. Yeah. New powers can be granted. People can be raised from the dead or slain by the 100. Events can be reversed. Time can be altered. The very nature of reality can be changed. The judge will work with you on the exact nature of the changes, but this comes at an exceptional price. You will lose 3 dice 6 times 1,000 XP by casting this spell. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. This makes Wish worth it. This makes it so worth it. If you're going to cast something that is so powerful, that can literally change the nature of reality itself, that should come with a big cost. Now, I haven't looked at all the other spells to see whether or not they have similar types of cost. I imagine they don't all cost XP. That would be ridiculous. But if they all have like casting costs, I'm really gonna love this even more. I like this a lot. I really like what's been done with this. Spell list for conjuration only, elementalism. Yeah, if you want to look up only that kind of thing. The Judge. This is obviously the GM section. Pretty nice. Derived tropes, I like that. Foreshadowing. It's a narrative element, isn't it? Education. Did I skip something? Ah! Yes. Here you go. The bestiary. Here's all the monsters. This is kind of cool because we can take a look at the stat blocks. Well, they just dumped all the stat blocks. Annoying bard. You can see it's kind of in familiar units. 2 hit dice, armor class 11, d6 weapon damage, treat as a 3rd level spellcaster. 1 attack, move 30 feet, morale 6. They make all their saves at +3. Medium size, type C, I'm guessing that's for treasure. Number encountered is solitary, alignment neutral. Very much an old school throwback. If I have a problem with this, it's that it's just a list of monsters with no descriptions and no pictures. But it is... Okay. Now I see. So they put all the stat blocks in one spot, and then they give you all the other stuff over here. So, okay. I get it now. Good idea. I see the logic. I withdraw my complaint. Oh, man. Yeah, you can't see the pictures, but they're at the bottom. And it does have an additional stat block at the bottom. So, okay. So, yes, it has everything you want in a bestiary. I like that. Okay. Like I said, this is not really a review because I haven't actually read the material. I'm discovering it for the first time, just like you are. But from the little I see of it, I'm kind of giving you my impressions of it and what I think, and I kind of like it. Actually, I really like it a lot. I would, if I did not run this system 1-per-1 as it is written, I would definitely keep either this book or crib elements from this book to use in my preferred system. But as a work of its own, I really like what they have done with this. Yeah. Pretty much all of the classic monsters that you may have loved from the other game are here. Wait a minute. It's got Minotaur in here. Minotaur's my favorite. It's got Minotaur. Yes, it does have Minotaurs. So what do Minotaurs look like in this? 6 hit dice. That's about typical. Armor class 13. 1d8 weapon damage. It's kind of low. 1d6 gore damage. Double on charge. It's kind of low. 1 attack. Move 30 feet. Morale 8. Save +3. Size large. C-type. 1d8 appearing. I don't know. I'd buff up my Minotaurs a little bit. Give them like a D10 or D12 damage, and give them at least 2d6 or possibly even 2d12 on their charge attacks because they're supposed to be so devastating. But in the defense of this author, I I did not look at the hit point system or their health point system. So a D8 may be a lot of damage in this scale. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the annoying bard to see how much damage they did again. But well, I mean, okay, look, like yeah, here's a pseudo dragon. They don't do much damage, right? They do a D6 bite and a D4 tail and 2d6 poison damage. Dang! These little guys could kill you. The Minotaur's doing a D8 with their weapon? Bro! Pseudo dragon is not to be messed with. And here on the other page, the satyr does a D6 weapon damage. Shadow Mastiff does a D6 bite. So D6 looks like it's about normal for everything. So D8 kind of is on the high side for damages. He may not have a really big hit point creep like a lot of other games. Oh, Troll doing 2d4 for claw. Or 2d6 weapon, yeah. See, that's about what I expected on a Minotaur. But then again, I'm used to playing systems with a lot more hit point bloat. So there you go. That's the treasure section. Everybody loves these. You know, I didn't actually check if there was a mimic in this book, but I don't really care. Mimics aren't my favorite. I don't think I've ever actually used one. Wow, this is really cool magic item creation system. Wondrous item creation system. Wondrous item idea list. Whoa, look at all the poisons and potions. It's like... And then we have some more treasure table. We have treasure table A, and oh my gosh, it's got like 100 entries on it. And table B, and all the treasure tables have like 100 entries. Well, no, they do. They do have 100 entries. This is... I like. So yeah, this is his closing thoughts on it. The author's name is down here. I don't necessarily know that they want to be revealed, so I'm not gonna show that off, but if you want it, I will include a link below in the comments and the descriptions for where you can purchase this. Here we go. Character sheets, retainers and followers, dungeon familiarity. Oh man. Oh boy. OGL version 1.0a. So there you go. So this was Ambition and Avarice 2. I like it. Like I said, it's got a lot of really good ideas. I like what it's done with a lot of I like a lot of the descriptions, a lot of the things used in it. There's definitely some things I could crib for my own OSR game, even if I chose not to use this exact system. Although, having said that, and having looked at the book, I really do want to read up on the system and see what kind of new innovations that this writer used as far as their mechanics. And I would encourage you to check it out too. Like I said, there'll be a link below in the description so you can check it out for yourself, find out where to purchase it, who to thank for it. So until the next video, thank you very much. This has been your T-shirt historian, and we'll see you on the next video.